Right now, Vice President Kamala Harris is holding a breakfast meeting with Mexico's President Andrés Manuel López Obrador. She greeted him outside her official residence a little earlier. It looks like, President Biden will
be meeting with him.
As well. So that's, I guess, Obrador is set to travel to the White House to meet with the president.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be sort of a busy day for President Biden. That's going to be a really important meeting. The meeting comes during a low point in U.S.-Mexico relations. López Obrador skipped the Summit of the Americas in Los Angeles last month after the U.S. refused to include leaders of Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela, citing human rights concerns. We'll say there were representatives from Mexico there, just not the president.
Right.
So Christina Ruffini is joining us now from the White House. So Christina, these two gentlemen have a lot to talk about. Immigration comes to mind, but I'm sure there's economic issues, all kinds of stuff. What's going to be on the agenda?
They do have a lot to talk about, and I want to start with something that's a little off, the actual substantive policy of this meeting. Is you had these remarks from the First Lady yesterday where she said, the Latino community was diverse as bodegas in New York, which she mispronounced, and then breakfast tacos in San Antonio. Obviously, several members of the Latino community have reached out and said, please do not reduce us to a stereotype. We reached out this morning to the White House. We hadn't gotten a response until now. The First Lady's office has tweeted, the First Lady apologizes that her words conveyed anything but pure admiration and love for the Latino community. But obviously, Taco Gate Tuesday, as we're calling it around here, has placed a bit of a shadow over this López Obrador meeting. There's a lot on the agenda, including migration, of course, but also fentanyl. There's a lot of these illegal drugs coming over the border. Overdoses are up. It's something the White House is very concerned about, as well as trade, the economy, and energy. So it's all going to be on the agenda. We've got a lot to talk about. And then right after that, the president will jet off to the Middle East for a series of other difficult and some controversial meetings later this week.
So those controversial meetings, Christina, of course, you're talking about the Middle East trip that the president has taken. What are we expecting?
First, he's going to go to Israel, which is, a stop pretty much every American president has to make. He's going to assure leaders there, although the leadership is once again in a bit of flux, that America is a stalwart ally and America will stand by Israel regardless of administration or party or whoever is in charge. Then he's going to go to Saudi Arabia, where he's going to meet with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Now, if you remember, candidate Biden encouraged treating Saudi Arabia like a pariah state after that Crown Prince, U.S. intelligence report said he was behind the killing, the murder and dismembering of U.S. journalist Jamal Khashoggi in that consulate in Turkey. However, gas prices are up and President Biden needs to show that he's doing something, that he's acting. And so he's going to Saudi and will meet with MBS. I asked Jake Sullivan yesterday if this trip is a tacit acknowledgement of what we've seen in so many administrations, even those with the best intentions. That's when the rubber hits the road. Strategic interests like energy, like security, often override human rights. Now, Sullivan said human rights are a strategic interest of the United States, and the U.S. can do more than one thing at a time. There's a lot of things President Biden is going to have to do in the next couple days.
And, it's, often when leaders perform on the world stage well, it helps them a little bit back at home. The president is dealing with some pretty low polling numbers. And there is new polling suggesting the Democratic voters are hoping for a new presidential candidate in 2024. What can you tell us about the numbers?
That's right. We have this new New York Times Siena College poll that shows nearly 2/3 of Democrats say they would like someone else to run for president. And I don't know if we have the numbers, if we can pull them up, but that number is even higher among younger voters. Now, that same poll did show, here we go. So it's 64% of registered Democrats say they want a new candidate. And when you go to voters under 30, it's 94%. I mean, that's an overwhelming number. Now, this poll also did do an imaginary matchup between President Biden and former President Donald Trump. And it does show him winning just by a hair in that matchup. But that's another obstacle to surmount as we come to these, it's expected to be very tough for Democrats, these midterm elections in November and then the next presidential race.
Yep.
All right, Christina, always great to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.